What's up guys, it's Mackie Ninja here and I got another great Path of Exile build for you. Poisonous Concoction.
But some things will never change. Alright, let's continue.
And if you guys can make sure to hit that like, subscribe. And what makes this build great is that it is a low cost build, meaning that it's great for league starters and as well as late game play. Now as you level up and change out your gear, you want to focus on a couple of key stats: chaos damage, poison damage, evasion, damage over time, chaos multipliers, elemental resistance, and life. Now first, let's talk about the helmet, which is the Devouring Diadem Necromancer Circlet. Now the reason why you want this helmet is because it allows you to activate a lot of powerful auras, and it also solves your mana problems at the same time with the Eldritch Battery. Any rare shield, but you want to focus on a couple modifiers. One that has life, that has increased block chance, and that has elemental resistance on it. Now for the chest piece, I would recommend the Carcass Jack Varnish Coat. Although it does not add damage, it gives you increased life, elemental resistance, and it increases your clear speed due to the increased area of effect. Now as far as gloves, I would recommend the Embalmer Carnel Mitts, because they are very cheap to get and it grants life and increased duration of poison. As far as boots, I would recommend Etzir Step Slink boots because they offer a lot of evasion, life, movement speed, and a chance to suppress spell damage. Now when it comes to flasks, there's 3 flasks that I recommend. The first one being the Poisonous Concoction Granite Flask. Now this grants increased block chance to attacks and spells, which makes you even tankier. The next flask that I want to talk about is the Dying Sun Ruby Flask. It gives you more projectiles and increases your area effect, which is going to increase your clear speed and give you kind of a shotgun effect. The last flask that I want to talk about is the Witchfire Brew Stibnite Flask. It gives you extra damage over time. It curses your enemies with despair, which causes more damage over time, and it gives you increased evasion. This is what your endgame skill gems will look like, but the first 4 link you want to put together is the one with Poisonous Concoction, Greater Multiple Projectiles, Unbound Ailments, and Deadly Ailments. Now the skill gems on your helmet, Malevolence, Valgrace, Determination, Lighten, these all give you increased armor, increased damage over time multiplier, increased evasion, and a chance to avoid damage. Now your skill gems on your gloves, Wither, Spell Totem, Multiple Totems, Defiance Banner, this causes bosses to take a lot more chaos damage and increases armor and evasion. Lastly, the skill gems on your shield, Plague Bear, Ancestral Protector, an increased air effect. Plague Bear, as we know, is a great dot damage dealer that basically releases the stored up poison, and Ancestral Protector, which will give you increased attack speed, which will be great for those boss fights. The Ascendancy class I would recommend for this build is Pathfinder, and the first skill you want to learn is Master of Toxist. What this does is that anytime you inflict poison and you have a flask active, you have a 20% chance to deal 100% more damage. The second skill you want to get is Nature's Reprisal. What this does is 40% of your physical damage is converted to chaos damage. You get 15% more chaos damage with attack skills, and your chaos skills have 30% increased area of effect. The third skill you want to learn is Nature's Boon. This gives you a 6% reduced elemental damage taken, Flask gain 3 charges every 3 seconds, and a 20% chance for Flask you use to not consume charges. And the last one is Master Alchemist. This removes elemental ailments when you use a flask, as well as magic utility flask applied to you have a 20% increased effect. The first skill you'll get starting out as the ranger is the burning arrow skill, but once you get to the first town, go ahead and transition to caustic arrow, and also make sure to support it with the pierce support gem. And by level 8 you will equip void manipulation in your force socket, and then at level 10 you will pick up clarity to help deal with mana regeneration. And finally, at level 12, you will change out Caustic Arrow for Poisonous Concoction and support it with Volley, Lesser Multiple Projectiles, and Void Manipulation. And as you continue to level up, you just work on filling out the required gems and getting the gear that is desired for this build. Alright, if you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe so you don't miss out on my future content. Until next time.